The fury of nature. 10. Scariest hurricanes in U.S. history. Hurricanes. Vast, swirling masses of cloud and wind, dwarfing anything we might construct here on land. They are one of nature's most powerful and destructive forces, capable of bringing entire cities to their knees. In their wake, they leave a trail of devastation and heartbreak, a stark reminder of the power of the natural world. Today, we embark on a journey, a countdown through the annals of history, revisiting 10 of the scariest hurricanes to ever strike the United States. We will retrace their paths, understand their fury, and witness the indelible mark they left upon the land and in the memories of those who lived through them. Brace yourselves as we delve into the eye of the storm. Number 10. Superstorm Sandy, 2012. In the autumn of 2012, a storm of unprecedented size began to brew in the Atlantic. This was no ordinary hurricane. It was a hybrid monster, a sprawling tempest that absorbed another massive storm system, becoming what we now know as Superstorm Sandy. As it lumbered toward the coast, it morphed into a sprawling behemoth, its hurricane-force winds extending outwards nearly 1,000 miles. The eastern seaboard braced itself, but nothing could truly prepare for the impact. Sandy slammed into New Jersey, its storm surge driving seawater far inland, inundating entire communities. New York City, that bastion of concrete and steel, found itself vulnerable as the sea rushed in, flooding subway tunnels and plunging millions into darkness. The storm's legacy was one of profound disruption and billions of dollars in damage, a stark reminder of even the most developed areas remain at the mercy of the sea's fury. Number 9. Andrew's Wrath, 1992. Few names inspire as much reverence and fear in the state of Florida as Hurricane Andrew. This Category 5 monster, arriving in August of 1992, remains one of the most intense hurricanes to ever hit the United States. Andrew was a buzzsaw of a storm, compact but ferociously powerful. It slammed into South Florida with winds reaching an astonishing 175 miles per hour. Homes were reduced to splinters, trees debarked, and entire neighborhoods vanished under the sheer force of the wind. The devastation in South Dade County was almost unimaginable. Andrew's wrath left behind a landscape stripped bare, a testament to the raw power that nature can unleash. The storm became a benchmark for destruction, its $25 billion price tag a sobering reminder of the cost of complacency in the face of such immense power. Number 8. Katrina's Deluge, 2005. The name Katrina is forever etched in the memory of America, synonymous with a tragedy that unfolded not just from the storm itself, but from the human response that followed. In August of 2005, Hurricane Katrina, a massive Category 5 storm, churned its way toward the Gulf Coast. While its winds were formidable, it was the storm surge, that wall of water pushed ashore by the hurricane's force, that proved catastrophic. Levees designed to protect New Orleans failed, and the city, much of it below sea level, began to drown. The images of flooded streets, of desperate residents seeking refuge on rooftops, remain seared into our collective consciousness. The human cost was immense, with over 1,800 lives lost, and the city of New Orleans forever changed. Katrina serves as a stark reminder of the importance of preparedness and the devastating consequences when human error intersects with nature's fury. Number 7. Harvey's Unrelenting Rains, 2017. Hurricane Harvey, a lumbering behemoth of a storm, brought a new and terrifying threat to the forefront unprecedented rainfall. Making landfall in Texas in August of 2017, Harvey stalled over the region, its slow crawl across the landscape transforming it into a rain-making machine of unimaginable proportions. For days, the skies opened up, unleashing torrential downpours that turned streets into rivers and homes into islands. Houston, the nation's fourth-largest city, found itself inundated, its sprawling urban landscape transformed into a vast inland lake. The scale of the flooding was staggering, forcing tens of thousands to flee their homes and resulting in over $125 billion in damage. Harvey stands as a stark reminder that the danger from hurricanes extends far beyond wind speed, and that even in the 21st century, we are still vulnerable to nature's capacity to unleash the skies. Number 6. Maria's Hammer Blow, 2017. Just weeks after Harvey's deluge, another storm brewed in the Atlantic, this one destined to leave its mark on the island of Puerto Rico. Hurricane Maria, a compact but ferocious Category 5 storm, slammed into the island in September 2017, packing winds of unimaginable fury. Maria's impact was immediate and catastrophic. The storm's eye passed directly over the island, its eye wall, a ring of towering thunderstorms, raking the entire landmass with wind gusts exceeding 200 miles per hour. The lush green landscape was stripped bare, homes reduced to rubble, and infrastructure decimated. In its wake, Maria left behind a humanitarian crisis. The entire island was plunged into darkness, with communication networks crippled and essential services knocked offline. The official death toll stands at nearly 3,000, a tragic reminder of the vulnerability of island nations in the face of such extreme weather events. Number 5. Irma's Unstoppable March, 2017. The 2017 hurricane season was one for the record books, with a series of powerful storms leaving a trail of destruction across the Atlantic. Among them was Hurricane Irma, a monstrous storm that carved a path of devastation from the Cape Verde Islands all the way to the southeastern United States. Irma was a long-lived and tenacious storm, maintaining its Category 5 intensity for an astonishing amount of time. It first ravaged the Caribbean, its powerful winds and storm surge devastating islands like Barbuda, St. Martin, and the Virgin Islands. Then, it set its sights on Florida. Millions evacuated as Irma churned towards the peninsula, eventually making landfall as a still powerful Category 4 hurricane. Its winds and torrential rains caused widespread damage, but the storm surge, while significant, fell short of the catastrophic levels that had been feared. Even so, Irma's legacy was one of widespread disruption and billions of dollars in damage. In October of 2018, the Florida Panhandle, known for its pristine beaches and laid-back lifestyle, found itself in the crosshairs of a monster. Hurricane Michael, a rapidly intensifying storm, exploded in strength as it churned through the Gulf of Mexico, making an almost perpendicular beeline for the coast. Michael slammed ashore as a high-end Category 5 hurricane, its 160-mile-per-hour winds the strongest ever recorded at landfall in the Panhandle. The storm surge, estimated at up to 14 feet, inundated coastal communities, while the ferocious winds ripped apart buildings and tossed cars like toys. Mexico Beach, a small town directly in the path of the storm's eye, was utterly devastated. Homes were obliterated, businesses reduced to rubble, and the once familiar landscape rendered unrecognizable. Michael served as a stark reminder that even in an age of advanced warning systems, the raw power of nature can still catch us off guard. In August of 1969, the Gulf Coast faced the wrath of one of the most intense hurricanes in recorded history. Hurricane Camille. This Category 5 monster roared ashore near the mouth of the Mississippi River, packing winds estimated to have exceeded 175 miles per hour. Camille's impact was devastating. The storm surge, a towering wall of water driven by the hurricane's winds, inundated the coastline, reaching an astonishing 24 feet in some locations. Homes and businesses were swept away, trees snapped like twigs, and entire communities vanished beneath the waves. The storm's fury was felt far inland, with its remnants spawning tornadoes and dumping torrential rains that triggered deadly flash floods. Camille's legacy was one of widespread destruction and tragic loss of life, a grim reminder of the devastating power that hurricanes can unleash. In September of 2008, Hurricane Ike, a massive and sprawling storm, churned its way toward the Texas coast. While Ike made landfall as a Category 2 hurricane, its sheer size, with hurricane-force winds extending outwards over 400 miles, meant its impact would be far-reaching. Ike's storm surge proved to be its most devastating weapon. As the hurricane approached, it pushed a massive wall of water ashore, inundating the coastline from Corpus Christi to Galveston Island. The surge, estimated at up to 20 feet in some areas, flooded homes, businesses, and critical infrastructure. Galveston Island, with its long history of hurricane strikes, bore the brunt of Ike's fury. The island was flooded from end to end, with the storm surge damaging or destroying thousands of structures. Ike's economic toll exceeded $30 billion, making it one of the costliest hurricanes in U.S. history. At the dawn of the 20th century, long before the advent of sophisticated forecasting and warning systems, the city of Galveston, Texas, stood as a bustling port, a jewel of the Gulf Coast. But on September 8, 1900, nature unleashed its fury, forever altering the city's destiny. The Great Galveston Hurricane, a Category 4 storm by today's standards, roared ashore with little warning. Its estimated 145-mile-per-hour winds and devastating storm surge, which reached an unimaginable 20 feet, engulfed the island city. The destruction was catastrophic. Buildings were reduced to rubble, streets transformed into rivers, and thousands of people caught in the storm's path perished. The official death toll is estimated between 6,000 and 12,000, making the Great Galveston Hurricane the deadliest natural disaster in U.S. history. As we've journeyed through these harrowing tales of nature's power, one thing becomes abundantly clear. The hurricanes that have shaped the American landscape serve as a stark reminder of our planet's awesome and often unpredictable forces. While we strive to understand and predict these storms, their impact serves as a humbling reminder of the need for preparedness and respect for the natural world. Each of these hurricanes, from the monstrous surge of the Great Galveston Hurricane to the relentless rains of Harvey, carries a lesson, a story of resilience in the face of adversity, and a call to action to learn from the past as we face an uncertain future. These storms, etched in the annals of history, remind us that we are inextricably linked to the environment, and that understanding its power is crucial to our survival. If you found this exploration of America's scariest hurricanes informative, please consider liking this video, subscribing to the channel for more explorations of the natural world, and sharing your thoughts or personal experiences with hurricanes in the comments below. Stay safe, and thank you for joining me on this journey.